Namaste from Bodh Gaya, India. I'd like to share some updates about my health, my condition here in Bodh Gaya, India. I have been dealing with some sickness, mental sickness, and also physical sickness is normal. When you practicing more seriously, you may also encounter a similar kind of experience. In my mind, I want everything to be happy and peaceful and going very well, feel a lot of pleasure, feel a lot of happiness. But in fact, that is the cause of suffering. The desire for happiness is the lack of happiness. So there are many good conditions for doing good deeds in this place, and also many conditions for unpleasantness. And somehow both are necessary. If you don't have any unpleasantness, you may find that easy to be comfortable in what you are doing. But being comfortable in what you're doing, that is the life of an animal. And to be willing to do many good deeds, all kind of good deeds, practicing meditation seriously, even though you are uncomfortable, that is the gift and the blessing of being a human being. So I continue to try and make the best use of my blessings as a human being and as a monk. And I invite my followers, my supporters, the people who are concerned with um, my life as a monk and the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, to also practice seriously, even with the uncomfortableness. I find more and more, especially as I stay close to my teacher, I find more and more I cannot understand intellectually, I cannot understand conceptually about the path, but I can see the cause and effect. According to what I do, that is what I get back, and according to what I do not do, that's what I do not get back. If I was a layperson, or if I was living a life as a businessman, or a life as a family leader, something like that, I know that I can still practice meditation, but I cannot do freely. And there are many distractions, many boundaries and barriers that can prop up delusion. So even though I do not have the final enlightenment, the complete enlightenment, I can still see the good point, the good chance, and the real blessing of being a Buddhist monk at this time. Somehow it seems to me that the way through, the way to the freedom, is in the suffering, in the awareness of the suffering and the causes of the suffering. Really, the only real way to do that is to observe it very closely, and to observe it very closely requires a lot of supportive conditions, an environment that is not shy about mindfulness and detachment. Even though the people may not be easy to believe or to practice mindfulness and detachment here in Bodh Gaya, um, there is the energy from the Buddha's original enlightenment at this place, and it's very helpful. being near the Bodhi tree and being able to see the other Buddhist monks and nuns that come to this place, being nearby to the meditation master. So I won't give up just yet, and I encourage everyone, wherever you are, don't give up just yet, but stay with the generosity, stay with the precepts, stay with practicing meditation seriously, because to make bread, it takes time, and the oven is hot, and the ingredients by themselves, even when they are prepared properly, you wouldn't want to eat that, even dangerous to eat the ingredients by themselves. But when the preparation is there, the proper ingredients are there, and when the heat of the oven is there, then the fine bread will come about. And the life of a Buddhist, whether you are a monk or a nun or not, is to take refuge in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, so that you can continue practicing more seriously and more consistently, because unless you have the blessings of the Buddha, unless you have the blessings of Siddhartha Gautama, it will take time. You're not going to sit down all at once and figure it out unless you have those blessings. I certainly don't. So continuously going step by step, that's what I'm getting a lot of benefit from right now. Not with the idealism, and with a willingness to fall apart. Everything falling apart allows impermanence to be seen clearly. Everything falling apart allows the dukkha, or the unsatisfactoriness in any phenomena, any good thing, any bad thing, the unsatisfactoriness to immediately be seen in that, because everything falls apart, not reliable. Only answer is detachment when everything falls apart, or to kind of sink in misery, sink in suffering. And when everything falls apart, whether you call it depression, anxiety, losing something, you can also see that there is not someone who is in control. There's an experience, there's an experiencing, but there is not someone who can control everything. So immediately you can detach from someone, and you can take refuge in doing good deeds with mindfulness and detachment, coming back to the generosity and know that you are generous, coming back to the precepts and know that you are following the precepts as much as you can, coming back to the meditation that is serious and you try your best, effort, but also the natural meditation of just stopping, just resting, just being aware. So we will be, our group, the Tabarwa group, will be in Bodh Gaya, India for another 2 months at least. You're welcome to join us here in Bodh Gaya. You can reach out to me. You can book a flight ticket to India. You can come to stay with our community, with our group, for the short term or for the long term. It's up to you. And regardless of where you are and regardless of what you do, may you be brave enough and open enough with your heart to begin again, to refresh, to restart, and to drop any idealism in the way that you perceive yourself or the world. Without judgment, being mindful, peace arises naturally and spontaneously. So thank you, dear friends, for your continued support and your patience with me. I continue to try and practice seriously on my own and developing also with the group. And I hope that I will be able to offer more in the near future. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below, and wish you happiness and peacefulness on your journey. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya.